my God, you'd want to kill him then.
Some of them
like,
really wanted
fine.
to. Some of them really wanted to. There's a whole thing. We can talk about it as we get to the end, but there was like a feud over it. But anyway.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
By the way, I did look it up. Yellow fever is transmitted by mosquitoes.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So local tribes were also a threat. Since many objected to having these white explorers traipsing through their lands, which makes sense to me.
Duh.
And so they would attack.
Yeah.
On this front, actually, Percy was quite good at navigating that danger as well. He managed to befriend many of the local peoples and even began to learn their languages.
Okay, well, good for him for trying and not doing the whole, we're superior, we're going to kill you all.
I mean, from what I can tell, he still thought he was superior, but...
Well, of course he's going to think he's superior. He's a white dude.
Yeah. But also, like, the bigger the party that goes into the Amazon, the more likely it is to fail. Because of all those things. So he liked to keep his parties small, which is great, but then small parties are easily overwhelmed. So you can't overpower. So he would actually take a completely different, he took a non-violent approach.
Which good for him.
Yeah. But I'm not sure that it was really principled so much as necessitated. But in any case,
we'll go with it. It's fine.
That's a whole other thing. But the point is, he was very successful.
Yeah.
And let's also not forget piranhas and penis fish.
Okay, so another small aside.
Okay.
Piranhas, did you know they actually prefer fruit?
No, I did not know that.
They actually prefer fruit, and they usually hang around fruit trees. Like monkeys will jump and whatever and gather fruit, and when they knock over either overripe fruit or whatever, the piranhas prefer fruit. They are also scavengers. They're more likely to go after a carcass than they are a live.
Yes, but
if you piss them off, they're gonna.
Well, not only that, but this is a vague memory, so I'm not gonna write it in stone or anything. But I really think in the book I was listening to, one of the members had gotten gangrene or something.
Oh yeah, that's gonna smell like carrion.
And yeah, they went right for it.
Oh yeah,
that was not a good thing.
No.
So anyway,
that's gonna smell like carrion, and they're scavengers. So
yeah, they prefer it dead. However, if you smell like you're dead, you're
it's close enough to them. They're not gonna ask you, do you mind? Clearly this leg is not going well for you. We could take it off below the knee, save you some time, maybe save some. Look, here we are again with the septicemia.
We just keep coming back full circle.
Conscientious piranhas trying to help out.
Yeah.
Really. Continue.
Yeah, we're continuing. Anyway, so I mean, the jungle is a dangerous place, man. But Percy loved it, and he learned how to navigate it relatively safely. So he launched his third expedition. Remember, the first two failed. We just talked about all the reasons why it's hard.
All the reasons why.
Yeah. So he launched his third expedition specifically to look for this lost city, which was the city of Zed. Well, he called it the city of Zed because he's British. Yes.
Oh,
because he's British.
Okay. He's British. Okay, yeah. Fine.
So he's looking for the city of Zed. He launched his third expedition in 1925. He was 57 years old.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
By this time, his reputation had grown to the point that even T.E. Lawrence, aka Lawrence of Arabia, had volunteered to accompany him. But instead, he took his 21-year-old son, Jack, and his son's best friend, Raleigh Rimmel.
Oh, God, that best friend's not coming back, is he?
So the three entered the jungle on April 20th, 1925.
Okay.
By May, they reached a location he had dubbed Dead Horse Camp.
I don't want to know why he dubbed it that.
Well, I'm going there anyway.
Okay, tell me why he dubbed it that.
Because he had shot and killed a horse there during an earlier expedition.
Why?
Because the horse was too sick to continue and they didn't have anything else to do. So they put it out of its misery. So here at Dead Horse Camp, he sent out a number of correspondents to update the world and his wife, Nina, on the status of their trek.
His wife better be fucking pissed if something happens to their son and the son's friend.
In these letters, he warned that no one would hear from them for quite some time.
Okay.
However, 2 years came and went without any updates.
2 years.
Yep.
I would not approve of this.
And rumors began to fly about where they'd ended up. Some said they were being held hostage by a native tribe.
I mean, I don't know why they'd be held hostage. They might have. Okay. All right. Go on.
I have a thing.
Okay.
We'll get to it. Some said that he had joined one of the tribes and possibly even become the leader.
Isn't that like a trope in every jungle movie? Like somebody goes missing and they're like, oh no, the natives have definitely killed him. And then of course you come in and he's sitting on the throne and he's got crown of leaves and he's become the leader or whatever. Usually they're going to sacrifice him later because they're not stupid and they know he's an idiot. But whatever.
Well, now I feel bad because as you started to say it, I'm like, I feel like it must be a trope. And I feel like The Rock is the guy who's leading, but I don't want to call The Rock an idiot. Or
no, but you've seen the ones like in Star Wars where they think that C-3PO is a god.
Yes.
He's leading the Ewoks. Okay, fine. Yeah. All right, continue.
Yep. Anyway, there were even some speculations of cannibalism.
Okay.
Which is a practice that does occur in some Amazon tribes.
Okay, yeah.
It's a religious practice to honor the dead, but has been exaggerated and distorted in most European
Of course it has. Of course it has.
I mean, well, from our worldview, it's very icky.
But in their worldview, it's carrying on a piece different of their ancestor or a piece of their loved one.
Mm-hmm. It's keeping that person with them and honoring them. Yeah.
Also, they live in not the greatest place where you want to have a dead body hanging around. So
you could say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so some speculated that his luck had ran out and the jungle's perils
they finally
claimed his life.
Yep. They finally got him.
In 1928, a rescue expedition was dispatched by the Royal Geographical Society.
Well, that's nice that they at least attempted a rescue instead of, they're dead.
However, they returned empty-handed with no better idea of what happened to his party.
Oh, geez.
Since then, many parties have gone out, and it's estimated that 100 or more men have died in the efforts to figure out the fate of Percy and his companions.
Oh, shit.
One party, led by James Lynch in 1996, was taken captive by a local tribe and held for ransom. They were released when they gifted the tribe their equipment, worth about $30,000.
Okay. So we're no longer in the 1930s.
No.
Like, dude literally disappeared.
Yes, he literally disappeared. People are still trying to figure out what happened.
So
he just vanished in 1925.
Okay, so in 1925, he completely vanished with his son and his son's best friend.
Yes.
Nobody knows what happened.
Correct.
Which is the fucking Amazon. They could have fallen off a cliff and they'll never find. Okay. All right. What? Okay. All right. Go on.
So in 2009, David Gran wrote a book about Percy Fawcett called The Lost City of Z, or Zed, take your pick.
Zed.
A Tale of Deadly Obsession in the Amazon. So that's the book I was listening to.
Okay.
But I was listening to it on overdrive.
I don't know what that is.
It's like kind of like Audible, only it's linked to libraries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then it expired and I couldn't check it back out. So I never got to finish it.
Oh.
Which is big tears because it was actually really good. But that's also why it's all vague memories about what I heard in the book because I can't go back and reference it.
Right.
But apparently, at a point later in the book that I got to listen to, David actually made progress in the search. So, per history.com, and now I'm going to quote, a rare clue surfaced in 2005 when journalist David Gran retraced Fawcett's path through the Amazon. During a meeting with the Kalapalo Indians, he learned that the tribe had preserved the tale of meeting with the explorer in their oral history.
Oh.
The Indians claimed Fawcett had disregarded their warnings and trekked into the domain of a warlike tribe, the Kalapalos, called the Fierce Indians. When the white men failed to return, the Kalapalos concluded that they had been ambushed and killed.
I mean,
I can't rule it out. I mean,
You can't rule it out. I mean, why would you not take heed or warning from the people who live there?
right? Like, just listen to them. They would know better than you, for crying out loud.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so his life story inspired Indiana Jones.
Okay. There we go.
As well as The Lost World by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, which was written in 1912.
Mm-hmm.
It was also turned into a movie, The Lost City of Zed, in 2016, which is where all of this started for me. Because I watched that movie and I went, hang on, wait.
I feel like I've heard that movie title. Lost City of Zed. Movie. Yeah.
It was a pretty good movie. Percy was played by that dude from Sons of Anarchy who shows up everywhere and I never know his name.
Charlie Hunnam or something? Charlie something?
Maybe, because I've never watched Sons of Anarchy, but every time he shows up, Steve says, that's the guy from Sons of Anarchy. So it was played by him. And he had like a buddy who was actually really prominent, went on a lot of these expeditions with him, just not the final one, so I didn't talk about him.
Okay.
Who was played by Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
But he actually did a really good job. I was surprised because I've got like Twilight in my head, but no, he was not Twilightish at all.
Holy crap.
Okay.
There's a lot of high profile British actors in the show. Charlie Hunnam.
That's the guy.
Hunnam. I don't know how I pronounce his name.
That was Percy.
Tom Holland.
Yes.
Robert
that was
Pattinson.
Jack. Tom Holland was Jack. Robert Pattinson was his buddy, Conlon or something.
Sienna Miller, Harry Melling, who was Dudley from Harry Potter.
Gotcha.
Anyway, this is not why we're here. I just got distracted.
But I mean, I recommend. I watched the movie, and that's what started all of this. Literally months ago, thank goodness, because again, I was not ready for an episode. So
you were not ready for this.
At least I had a lot of background to go with. Okay. So there was also a 2004 play written by Misha Williams, which claims to be based on actual writings of Percy Fawcett. The preface of the play reads, and now I'm quoting, "I was privileged to be handed a trunk of astonishing documents that have been hidden from the media throughout the subsequent years. Fawcett's daughter, Joan, and granddaughter, Rolette, have entrusted me with telling the true facts behind this amazing saga." End quote. And allegedly...
Do we see the document?
I don't know. What I was looking at was just like literally the script for the play.
Oh, okay.
But it was prefaced with that. Anyway, allegedly, Fawcett never even intended to leave the jungle, but was actually going out there to set up a religious commune and start a cult.
Of course, it always starts with a cult, or ends with a cult in this case.
I'm side-eyeing, but okay. So basically...
Why do they always go to South America with their cults?
But basically, history.com...
Did Jim Jones find out what happened to him when he went to Guyana?
Not that I know of.
God. That's an asshole. Moving on.
It's all right. History.com wraps it up nicely with this. Fawcett's fate may never be known for sure, but in recent years, evidence has shown that his theory about a sophisticated jungle city was not a total fantasy. As Gran points out in his book, The Lost City of Zed, many archaeologists now believe the Amazon was home to dozens of bustling settlements in the centuries before the arrival of Europeans. Excavations have revealed the ruins of garden cities with earthen defensive walls, complex road networks, and enough space for thousands of inhabitants. Some of these sites were nestled deep in the modern-day state of Mato Grosso, the very region where Percy Fawcett hoped to find the mythical city of Zed.
All right, then.
And scene. So,
that's the theme of your last 3 visits crazy guys starting cults?
No. Okay, and I know I told you that I'm working on like a really big episode, so I keep doing little episodes to kind of lead up to it. This is not part of that.
Okay, because I'm just saying there's a crazy guy, he has an idea, he gets a lot of followers, and it's essentially a fucking cult.
Okay, so I tried to diverge from like that theme, but I guess I still kind of did it. Yeah, maybe it's just what I like. It's my niche.
Your niche is cults, guys.
Okay. Anyway, If you enjoyed the podcast, please leave us a like, share, subscribe on any platform, or a review. That'd be good too.